I think the change came about because the community wanted to see change too. Previously, before the mish was actually, before the houses went on the mish, people lived on the old dump, on the Long Swamp Road. They used to call it the dump, and that's where a lot of the Aboriginal people set up makeshift houses made out of rubbish from the tip. Some lived in half a tank, and some lived in tents, some lived in cars, until Dr. Kent Hughes come along. And most people would remember Dr. Kent Hughes. I think she delivered just about every Aboriginal kid in Armidale during the 40s and 50s and 60s. If she didn't deliver them, she certainly looked after them. Dr. Kent Hughes, and the elders meet in Kent House. That was her house, and where her surgery was as well. And the house at the back is Hughes' house, Kent Hughes' house. When she died, she left that the premises to council to be used by community groups. So Dr. Kent Hughes had a big influence in the Aboriginal lives of people in Armidale. She was one at the time that she was Deputy Mayor back in the early 60s. She demanded that Narwin village get a proper water supply and good sanitation, and that the people living there had the same rights as everybody else in the town. And she brought the Save the Children Fund preschool here and the soup kitchen, and really raised awareness about the plight of Aboriginal people living in Armidale. There were a few deaths of young kids from gastroenteritis at that time, and her being a doctor and a councillor on the council said we have to do something about it. And every Aboriginal elder in town who lived here at that time would remember and would have had some connection with Dr. Kent Hughes. So I think she helped a lot of the changes, along with the greater awareness throughout the community after the referendum, because the referendum made Australia sit up and say, well, we have got an Aboriginal population here, and many of them don't have the same rights as us. So let's do something about it. And then the Tent Embassy come along, and they made government sit up and take notice, and suddenly the Aboriginal issues were part of every Australian government, the federal government and all the state governments, and now it's part of local government as well. And it's important for Aboriginal people to have a say in their own communities.